everybody, and welcome. This is the SafeMagician signing on for Minecraft Monday. Now, I'm in a pretty open world, and I'm able to fly. So, some people might be able to guess, and to be honest, the title of this video will probably be enough for some people to guess. We're doing some redstone today. Okay, so, I don't know anything when it comes to redstone. Why is there wool in redstone? I guess actually that makes a lot of sense. White and orange, as per usual. Let's take a lever, a button, torch, redstone, repeaters, and pistons? Should we take pistons? You know, let's hold off. This will be good for now. This is enough for now. Let's take one of these. So, I have no idea how to do redstone. Under any circumstances, I have no idea how to do any form of redstone. So, let's do a little bit of redstone. This is about, there are two basic redstone machines that I do know. Let me grab out this. We'll replace this really quick, and I'll grab this out. First off, we got this machine, which is known as an AND gate. Some of you might know what I'm doing, some of you might not know what I'm doing. This is what is known as an AND gate. It's a typical computer switch. See, one's on, but that's still not lit. Both are on, but now it's lit. So you need both of them on. This and this. This is one of the few redstone things I do know, is like a little logic. And then the other one I know is this one, which is piston here, piston here. Whoops. Let's go ahead and fix that really quick. Whoops. You have something. Ooh, is this enough space? You know what? It has to be. Don't remember how to do this. I know you need. Yes. Oh, yeah. It's this. This is what it is. Very simple, very easy. Let me just go ahead and break this so I can remember where everything is. Alright, we need this here. Redstone here. Redstone's there. Put the torch on that. Whoops. Torch plus this plus this. Put the same on the other side. Now we just need the torch. Sorry. Redstone can have, or orange can be redstone. Now, some people may know what I'm doing, some people may not know what I'm doing. This is the simplest form of a 2x2 piston. Very simple. People use it nowadays still. Sometimes you can add even an extra little. Ooh. Sorry, had to check to make sure. Sometimes you can add a little bit extra to it. But these are like basically the only two machines that I know. We're here to change that. Now, I don't want to get over my head here. So, let's just start simple. Double piston extender. Nothing strange about a double piston extender. I believe you need one here. Okay, you need something like this. Redstone that goes all the way across? Oh, wait. No, redstone can go on the one side. Do this. Oh, whoops. Might be good to do this. Alright, I think this is a 4 tick, that's a 2 tick, that's a no tick. If I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure on this. I've actually, again, never done this. Also, we need a different mechanism for doing this. So, double piston extender. Oh, wait. This here. This here? No, that's not it either. How do we do a double piston extender? I know it's something like this. I believe that one's 4 tick, that's 1 tick, and that's... Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this one's a 2 tick, that's a 4 tick, that's a no tick. So it extends all the way out, and then it pulls all the way back in. But, what if we don't want it to pull back immediately? What if we wanted to just shoot it out, and then pull it right back in? Well, in that scenario, take an observer, like such. We'll break both of these just to make my life easier. And I believe this is enough to do that. Oh, might help if I actually replace it. Alright, here's our classic double piston extender. Okay, that did not work. Does it fix itself? It does fix itself. Okay, well, this works as just a double piston extender just to push it out. But it doesn't drop it off like I kind of want it to. So what if we add one of these? And that's just a single tick pulse, right? No, it's not. And that breaks it. Well, in order for this to work, okay, let's try to figure out how to make it so it drops it off. Okay, so in order for this to drop off, it needs to do a single tick pulse. We can always get those back. Typically, a 1 tick pulse can be done with that. Now we need 2 tick, 4 tick, and then this needs an extra second. So maybe add a tick there. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. 2 tick, 2 tick. Bada bing, bada boom. Boom! Hey, I did it! Now, does it work still? And that is technically what we were aiming for. So this is a double piston extender that just extends up and then pulls everything back in. Well, this one extends it all out and pulls it all back and then pulls these back in, but leaves this one out. All right, we're on to something here. Okay. Let's do a double piston extender facing up. We're just kind of experimenting. We are just experimenting. We don't know what we're doing. We are just trying to figure out redstone. Redstone is difficult. We don't know. Nobody knows redstone right now. Okay, now we want to extend the piston upwards. Nice and easy. So theoretically, if we do something like this, what does this do? Okay, that extends purely that one. If we're to do this, that extends purely that one. Hmm. Weird. Got a bit of quasi-connectivity here. I know a little bit of the lingo. Whoops. Weird. Okay. Alright, so clearly a redstone dust here would work pretty well for us. But we need it to feed out. Like this. Because if, say, the piston was here, it works. Okay. If I'm correct, I believe this also works. Okay, I'm getting more confused by the... Okay, we're onto something here. Let's try this out really quick. I do think we're onto something here. What if we add a 2-tick pulse here? No, that's not what we're looking for. I do think that this is something. I don't know it's the right something, but it is something. Okay, well, when it was above, we needed a 2-tick pulse here, a 4-tick pulse here, and a 1-tick pulse here. Technically, if I wanted to make it really bulky, I could do something like this, which would be kind of weird, but if I did this, really bulky redstone, I'll tell you what. If I'm correct, this should be basically the same thing. Did I get the timing next round? No, that's the right timing. We push with this one first. 2-tick, 4-tick. I'm gonna remove this one. Oh, okay, I see. It's because this one is getting to it first. So, if we just, whoops. If we do something like this, where it's just a 1-tick pulse. Add a 4-tick pulse. Okay, now I'm getting more confused. Let's reset. Whoops. Okay, we need a double piston extender that goes straight up. And we want it to push this block. This should be simple, right? Here, I want to see what this does. If I was to just put this here. Okay, does it also power this one? Let's see what this does. Okay, that did not do what I was hoping. But that's still something. So that pushes that. Am I able to use that? I mean, if this was always off, I could, but I can't. Redstone is hard. Okay. Let's look at this from an objective point of view. Because, if you can't tell, I'm never going to be, at least I'm not going to be right now, on par with anybody. Let me look at what one of these does. Alright, it pushes. Oh, wait. I have an idea. Okay. You might be thinking to yourself, wait, isn't this just the same thing that you did a second ago? Kind of, but a little bit different. Okay, let's try this out. Hmm. Transparency. Let's see. I need a piece of glass. Glass. Colored blocks. If I'm to put a piece of glass here and put this here, what does this do? Hmm. What if I'm to do this? Still not what we're looking for, but I think it is still a step in the right direction. What about this? Okay, that's still not what we're aiming for. Need to power this, and then we need to only power this top one. If I were to do, in case I need the glass later, if I were to do this, have something like this type of setup, would this work? You have something like this. Alright. You have this, the 2 tick here, the 4 tick here, and then redstone that leads all the way. Let's try it out. Oh, all the way up. But not all the way down. Um, Okay, we're definitely in the right direction. Let's try this. It goes all the way up. This is not staying powered long enough. So maybe add a tick. Add 2 ticks. Maybe remove a tick from this and this. Add a tick there. This needs to activate one more time. That needs to activate one more time. Just one more time is all we need. Crazy idea. You follow my lead here? Sorry, I want to test something. Is this powering the bottom one or the top one? Okay, yeah, that's powering the top one just like I want it to. I'm sure there's some like really big redstone nerd or whatever watching this video and being like, I wonder what he's gonna do. What about something like this? Might help if I actually have the right thing here. Okay, that's not what we need. Okay, so somehow, let me take a look at one of these again. So yeah, this one just shuts off before this one and this one. So, keep it at its max pulse. Keep this at the minimum pulse, and theoretically it should work. Weird. Why would that not work? Why would that not work? What if I did this? Sorry, new theory. What if I were to just put this here and just put the button here instead? Okay, that doesn't work. If I was to put the button here, that looked like it might have worked. Let's try it out, try it out, try it out. Down, down, no. This just isn't active quite long enough. Okay, I didn't want to do this, but technically it would add on that extra bit of time. And if I were to remove this, does this power that one? Okay, it does. Mm-hmm. Does this power the top one and the bottom one? No. Ooh, I'm getting somewhat upsetty. Okay. This feels right. This here feels right. We just need a way of transferring a signal up and down. Well, put this here. Technically, this is right, right? What about this? Okay, that doesn't work. Oh yeah, because it doesn't send signals down. And it doesn't go through, so... What if I remove the tick from this altogether? Yeah, but then that doesn't work. What if I did this? Yeah, but then it doesn't power it. I think this is right. What happens if I do this? It does not power that. What if I do this? It also does not power that. What about this? It also does not power that. This is right, and this is right. There's something wrong. We know that there's something wrong. We've gotten that far. What is the wrong? Is it where we're placing the button? Like, if I were to place it here and here, put the button here, yeah, but that only gets the bottom ones. Nothing to do with the top. So put the button here. This doesn't activate, and that's the thing that's bothering me. And like, even if I did this, it's not gonna work. Why aren't you long enough? I could try this method again. Add a bit of redstone on the top and... Yeah, but that only activates the bottom one! That activates the bottom one. Oh. That's interesting. What if I were to add glass here? Sorry, we're gonna try new groundbreaking experiments have just been unleashed. What if I do this? Okay. And I'm assuming that this doesn't work anymore. Okay. If I were to It's not the prettiest, but if I were to do this... Ooh, you're a problem child. I'm gonna tell you that much. You are the problem. Double piston extender. I just need this to go from here. Power, power, unpower, unpower, power. I guess power, power, unpower, power, power. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, that wouldn't work. Would it work? No, it wouldn't work. Would? No. I could look this up and it would be so quick and easy. And this is probably like, this is probably getting people to slap their heads right now. Okay. That feels right. That for sure feels right to me. What happens if I just power this? Okay. Now if I'm to power this, oh, I guess I need to change the position. Hmm. 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 Have you thought about not doing that? Okay, I'm telling you, I'm onto it. I am onto it. Single tick pulse. How about this? Does this work? What about this? Break this. Place this here. Place this here. What about now? Oh my god! Okay, 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 okay. We can do this. 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 This is very simple. I feel like I'm overcomplicating this by a large margin. No, that's not it. No way that's it. No way, no way. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, 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 wait. What if it's... I may have figured it out. What if it's this? Somebody out there's probably like, oh my god, he figured it out. While I'm over here like, I don't think I figured it out. Okay, if we do something like... No, that doesn't work either. Does it? Because if I press this button, it doesn't power that. Okay, we know that much. Why did I think this was going to work? I know that... Okay, that powers the top one. Oh my god. Somebody is screaming at this video right now because they're like, it's right in front of you. Here's the thing. I don't want to look this up. If I look this up, I failed. I figured out the rest of these by myself. Yes, this is very much bare bones redstone, but that doesn't change the fact that I've done it. Two tick. Four tick. No, this ain't it. I can't blag my way through it with just observers. I have to do this properly. Hmm. Okay, what if I do this? Because we know that this, when powered, only powers the top bit, and this only powers the bottom. Okay, we know that, we know that, we know that, we know that. So, hypothetically, if I were to put a button here, actually, let's put the button here. If I were to put a button here, a repeater on 2 ticks here, a stick. Does this power that one? I'm gonna lose my mind if it does. Okay, we might still be onto something here. This here. I think I'm onto something. I don't know what it is, but I think I'm onto something. Hmm. What if instead... This is getting really ugly really quickly, but what if instead I did this, move this to here, add a redstone dust here, dust that goes all the way to the top here, and then press the button. Why is it powering that? What if I remove this? What is powering you? This was powering it. So this powers this like it's a normal block and powers that. Okay. Okay, I figured that out. What if I was to do this, this? Does that still power that? That still powers that, and it still powers that. Perfect. One tick, one tick. Let's just make that into 2 ticks. Add a tick there, add a tick there, 4 ticks. Place, place. Boom. What about now? What about this? Okay, so somehow this is powering this? What? Okay, what about repeater? I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't understand this. Okay, what if I do this? I'm really just grasping at straws. This. This. Boom. Boom. No way. Okay, we're onto something. We're onto something. Oh my god, please. Okay, remove all ticks from this. I don't think that worked. Dang it, I broke it. What if I do this? That's still broken. What is causing it to have this delay? Take this, put this here, break this, put this here. Why are you the way you are? I'm gonna murder you. What if I did this? Does this work? Okay, maybe this is what we needed. How? How are you being... Is this powering it? Is this line powering it at all? What? Okay. Okay, alright. How about we do something like this? This... I'm really just drawing straws here, seeing what... Throwing poo at the wall and seeing what sticks. Yeah, no, this is... Remove this block. I'm gonna lose my mind. What if I put a glass block here? How? 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 What if I put that there? I hate this. Can I do this? No, what if I do this? Oh my god. No, that doesn't work either. I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god, this has gotta be painful to watch. There's no way this is not painful to watch for somebody. Okay. Power. Okay. This one needs to power before this one, but also needs to unpower before this one. So it doesn't matter when this one gets powered. It just matters. It doesn't matter when this one gets powered. It just matters when this one gets unpowered. That sounded like I had a revelation, but at the same time, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. Okay. Okay. I think I have an idea. I think. If I am to do this, what does this do? Okay, that only powers the top one. What about now? Still only the top one. Okay, that one's the bottom one. Okay, I think we're onto something here. I think we are onto something here. This here. Is this one powered or no? Alright. This plus this. Alright, we need to add a 2-tick pulse here. Alright, we're onto something. Now, we need to power this one after this one goes. So if we do a 4-tick pulse there, through block, a 4-tick pulse here, block, and redstone, up. Remove the tick here, maybe. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What happens if I just power this? Wait. I know I said I was trying to avoid comping out with these, but... Wrong way around. Observer, plus this. Did it work? Did this work? Did this work? Oh my god, did this actually work? We're gonna add a 4-tick pulse to this. 2-tick pulse. Okay, I think we're just on timings. Alright, redstone here. Okay. That looked right. That still looks right. Okay. What about this? If I'm to do this... Okay, that got rid of it. This would need a 3rd pulse, but... That's a functioning double piston extender that works upwards. Oh my god. And then it pulls it all the way back down. Okay, that works. That is technically, this is a viable design for a double piston extender. I'm sure, I am 100% sure that somebody's looking at this and being like, okay, you used like 10 blocks more than you needed. I know. I'm well aware that this is inefficient. I don't need you telling me. I did it, though. Okay. So, now we've seen the AND gate, the seamless piston door here. Technically, this can be extendable upwards, basically indefinitely. The normal double piston extender that pushes out and pulls back in. A double piston extender that just pushes it out and then pulls it right back in. Okay. Now, let's make a double piston extender that just pops it out. Because that first one wasn't difficult enough. Alright, let's just completely copy the design just so that we can... Man, World Edit would be so nice right now. I don't have World Edit, if you can't tell. Not there. It was one of these at a 4-tick pulse. Redstone here. Orange. Boom. Was it a 4-tick pulse? Okay, a 4-tick pulse. Okay, this needs to give it a 1-tick pulse. So, theoretically, if I were to do something like this, just extend this out by 1 block. We're only dealing off theories here. We don't have any actual evidence, nor proof, nor anything of the sort. If I were to do this, I think this is right. Would this work? That looked good. Alright, that's a double piston. That's a 2-block gap. Now the whole thing only works. This needs to activate another time. Yeah, this needs to have a second activation. Easy, 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 easy. Yes, easy. Very much easy. Add another one of these. Add one of these to it. Add one of these to it. Redstone, redstone, block, redstone. That worked the way I wanted it to. Alright, that's at a 4-tick pulse. We will make... Let's try this now. Alright, it's in. It's out. Oh my god. This has got to be the grossest redstone in the world. Holy cow. Okay, here's my double piston extender. Oh my god. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. I know it looks terrible. But we're looking for bare bones, basic stuff, okay? Technically, these both work. And hypothetically, oh. Okay, now this would not work in a 3x3 piston door because if I wanted to power this, I theoretically would have to add an extra one of these, have this go into a repeat, like I would have to have this go to a repeater, up a block, and then feed into it in a way that this does not affect that. Otherwise, technically, I have now discovered how to do this in the most inefficient way possible. By the way, the next time I sign on, I'm gonna have the, you know, I'm gonna look up double piston extenders, vertical double piston extenders, because, yeah, I'm gonna just put them right next to them and be like, these are the designs that I found offline. I know that this, like, this is about as simple as this one can get. So, I'm not feeling bad about this one. This one's good. This one, on the other hand, it works. I feel like could be better, but it works. And then, like, these are just, like, you know, your classics. I actually don't know who made this. I actually got this one from a YouTuber by Stampy Longhead. I think that's his YouTube channel. Long nose, long head. But yeah, basically, yeah, that's where I got this from. One second, let me check something. Holy cow, I've been recording for nearly an hour on this one alone. We're going to try to get more complicated each and every single time we get on here. But you guys can see where my basic bare bones redstone goes. I think as a rule to myself, I'm not going to allow myself to look up any redstone designs until I've managed to do it on my own. Which is an insane thing to say, seeing on the fact that this is how I do a double piston extender vertically. This is these are normal. These are the ways that you should be doing redstone right here. Like these are like the bare minimums. Everything from this point forward is like fully just like I figured this out on my own. Now, I would like to try to figure out an OR gate. Which, if you don't know what an OR gate is, it's basically the same thing, except it's this or this. So, like, if you were to power both, it would, only power one, so on and so forth. Like, if I were to flick this lever, it would turn this off, and then, like, maybe something else on, and whatnot. But if I were to flick this one on, it would interfere with this signal, turning it off. Kind of like your typical, like, system in, like, your house or something. Otherwise, I think that's where I'm going to have to call it there for this episode. I hope everybody enjoyed watching this episode. That was the SafeMagician learning Redstone. I will be back on this world. Don't get me wrong. I will be back on this world. I am nowhere near in the form of I can teach Redstone, but I am definitely in a form of I can learn Redstone. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you did. That was the SafeMagician learning Redstone. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!